back. It's Lisa from Critters'n Ink Designs in Ontario, Canada. And I received my kit yesterday. This is a new kit available at Stampin' Up, and it's called Painted Wishes Kit. And I'm having a bad hair day, so you don't get to see my face. So this is an all-inclusive kit. All of the kits at Stampin' Up are all-inclusive, meaning that whatever you need to do that kit is included, whether it's ink and stamps and even a block. So some of the kits will come with a block like this if required, but we don't, this is a non-stamping kit, it looks like. Nothing came in it. So let's open it up and see what we have. The pictures online were absolutely beautiful. And these kits are not in a catalog. They're available only in the online exclusives. And there's lots and lots of kits to choose from. So let's have a peek. All right. Oops. Okay, let's see what we have. Well, we have tear and tape, and we have gold twine, and some, looks like pretty peacock little sequins, faceted sequins, I guess, and some dimensionals. Oh, look at the envelopes. How pretty. So the envelopes, how many are there? There are 9. And then this looks like lemon lime twist. And there are 3 of those, lemon lime twist. And oh my gosh, look at how pretty these are. And there are 3 of these. They're just like little card fronts, I guess. And then here are the card fronts for this one, and there are 3 of those. Yeah, so there must be 9. 3, 3, and 3. And these are like, they look like hand-painted watercolory kind of things. So there's that. And then we have these as well. These are really pretty. And then we have some sentiments in blue, like pretty peacock foil. And I don't know if you do a lot of foiling. I just got a foiling machine at Christmas, and I haven't used it a lot yet. I haven't really had time, but I absolutely love the look of foiled sentiments. So this comes with it comes in English, French, Dutch, and German. I'm not sure which one is which here, but obviously I'm going to use the English ones. And so there's only 3 of those. And then there's a card base in Petal Pink and also in Pretty Peacock. So we have 3 of those and 3 of the Pretty Peacock. And then we also have sentiments in on a circle, also in the foil. And then we have these sentiments in the foil as well. All right, so I can get rid of this. So let's put our sentiments over here and look at the instructions, and let's see where we're going to start. So these are the 3 cards that come with this kit. They're really beautiful. Really pretty. So let's see. For the first one, so for the first card, we're going to need a card base in the Pretty Peacock. And then we're going to need the card front with the roses on it, and a piece of the lemon lime twist, and the sentiment, thank you for your kindness. Okay, and also some of the gold twine. So we'll just take this out. And then, so that's card number 1. And then for card number 2, we're going to need the petal pink card base and one of these card fronts. And this sentiment. With the gold foil and the pretty peacock foil. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's that card, and it also needs some gold trim. So that's card number 2. And then card number 3 is this card base. And that's it. Some gold foil or some gold trim and the circle sentiment, wherever they may be. So very simple, and as I said, everything is included. So let's make some room. All right, so we have that out of the way. So let's do the easiest one first, which is card number 3. And all I need to do with card number 3, let's cover up that glare, is to take 14 inches of the gold thread. No, wrong card, sorry. Let's go to number 3. That was card number 2. Yeah, still 14 inches. Okay. So the directions are all in color. They're pretty easily described. So the card goes this way. So let's fold our card front. Make sure I just have one. Yep. Let me just burnish my fold here. And I need 14 inches of this twine. Now you can get gold twine very similar to this one in the online store. I think it might be a little bit heavier. So we need 14 inches. So there's 13. And I'm going to add about an inch. So let me just give that a snip. Now when you have a twine that's very curly like this, if you just take your bone folder and just rub it over it slowly, it takes a lot of that curl out. So they've just kind of done this, like it's not even a bow, it's just like that. And we're going to put that on the back of our circle. And they're using just the dimensionals to stick that on. So let's grab a few dimensionals here. And we're just going to stick the twine right to the dimensionals. Okay, so let me just stick it right to the dimensionals. They're making this more difficult than it needs to be, I think. All right. Okay. So now this can just go basically right in the middle of our card, like that. And that's the whole card. So now we can just put some, let me grab my Take Your Pick tool. And we can just put some of these sequins on the card. So that's super simple. There, card number 1. How easy was that? And on the inside, you can stamp a sentiment if you like from one of your stash stamps, or just write a note, leave it as is. So that's card number 1. Super, super simple. Now card number 2, let me see. Card number 2 is this one. And it's going to be a vertical card as well. So let's go ahead and just burnish our card base. And then this is going to sit on our card like this. And they're just using, boy, I didn't pull that very well. They're just using tear and tape to stick it on. And because I'm going to save my tear and tape, I'm just going to use liquid glue. For me, it's quicker. But, I mean, these are great if you're traveling. You don't have to pack anything. Just grab your package and go. And everything's included. But I'm just going to use some liquid glue here. And pop that right on the front like this. A little crooked. Let's straighten that out. There we go. Okay. And we're using this sentiment, so let me pop some dimensionals on the back of that. Here they are. So cute. This is so pretty. I just love the colors. So this is going to go this way. So let's take our twine again. We need another 14 inches. Oh, this one asks for 16 inches. So let's do 8 and 8. So there's 8 and 8. Now, all of these directions always come with a ruler down here. And when you have these kits, in the paper pumpkin, because it's strictly North American, your ruler across the bottom here would be strictly in inches. But because the kits are available for the international market as well, you have start in the 0 and you have centimeters going this way and you have inches going this way. So let's go ahead. We have the ruler here. We might as well use it. So I need, what did I say, 16 inches for this one. So I'm going to measure from the 0 to the 8 twice. So that's 16 inches. And I'm going to just peel off my dimensional backings here. And then do the same thing that we did the last time. We're just going to loop our twine. Like this. Okay, and that's going to sit right in the center of our card. Super quick, super easy. Love it. I can't believe how quick this is going together. All right, so then we're just going to pop a few of our sequins on here. Really, really pretty. I love the colors. Oh, love them. So they're putting 5. I'm going to save mine because I'm going to do some alternatives. And yeah, I think 3 is plenty. Look how pretty that is. So then again, if you wanted to on the inside, you could stamp a sentiment or write a note or, you know, whatever you like. So that's card number 2, so fast. And card number 3, we have our Pretty Peacock card base. There. Now, if I wasn't doing the video for, you know, the card itself, what I would be tempted to do is cut this in half, and then that would give me 2 cards, and then just use some cardstock to, you know, to do my card base. But what I'm going to do is exactly the way the kit has it for the first cards, and then I'll do some alternatives. So here I have some tear and tape. I'm going to do it the way that they've done it in the instructions. So it tells you here to put 3 rows of tear and tape on the back of the lemon lime twist. And then that's going to go behind our flowers, and then we're going to put some dimensionals behind that and load it onto our card. So let's do that. So I'm just going to put 3 rows of tear and tape right down the center of this to hold it to the back of my card. And then I'm just going to take off my backing. There we go. And now I'm going to pop this behind. I'm going to center my white panel over the lemon lime twist. There, that looks pretty straight. Okay, and now I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. I tend to be a little bit heavier handed with the dimensionals than the description is, because I hate a saggy card, you know. Okay, so obviously you don't need to put 9, but dimensions are not expensive, dimensionals, and I just think that a well-supported card just looks better.
I agree.
So, all right, so there we go. And now I'm going to center this onto our card here. Oops. There. Okay, so that's on there. And now I'm going to take my sentiment, which is here. And I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals as well. And again, make sure you put one in the middle because you don't want to have a saggy belly. And it says here 14 inches again. Oops, I have a knot. Uh, 14 inches is about there. And this time they've just kind of done almost like a bow. All right. I'm just going to pop that there. And then this is going to go, this doesn't look right to me. I'm going to put it like this. Let me straighten this out. There's way too much curl in this. So let me see if I can get some of that curl out. That's much better. That was driving me a little crazy. It was just had a mind of its own. So what I'm going to do is take a little piece of tear and tape, and I'm going to put that right here. And I am going to pop my gold twine onto that tear and tape because I didn't like the way it was sitting before. Okay, I'm going to do this. There, I think I'll like this better. There, I just made a big circle. I think that's makes me happier. And then I'm just going to layer this right over this space here. Yeah, I like that much better. So there. To me, I don't know. This just looks a little bit more cohesive to me. The other one was driving me a little bit bonkers. So, okay. So there we have that. And then I'm going to take some of our embellishments and pop a few of those onto the card to just finish it off. There. Isn't that cute? Super cute. This is way better. So here are the 3 original cards from the kit. So they're very pretty. And I'm just going to look on the back of this because in some kits, they often will give you some ideas for alternatives. And this one doesn't. So let's see. What will we do? I'm sure that I can come up with something. All right, so these are the 3 original kits. So let me just give this a little think. Let's have a look at these elements again and see what we can do with them. So we have Pretty Peacock, Petal Pink, and some florals. And then we have that other floral as well, the front of the card. So let me just see. Well, one thing we could do is we could just grab my trimmer. I'm going to cut this off. And then I'm going to cut this. No, you know what? I'm going to fussy cut this. I'm going to fussy cut around these flowers. There. So there's one, and here's the other. Okay, so I have my 2 pieces cut out here, and I'm going to, let's see. Let's see. That looks really pretty. So let's pop this up on dimensionals. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down because then I can get 2 cards out of 1 card base. So typically a card base is 5.5 by 4.25. So I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5.25. 5.25. And I'm going to pop it onto a thick white card base. So let me just grab one. So I have a piece of thick basic white. So we have 2 whites cardstocks. We have a thick one and a regular one. And this is the thicker one, which is ideal for when you're doing card bases. So I'm going to score it on the short side, on the 8.5 side, by 4.25. Then I'm going to rotate it and cut it in half at 5.5, and that's going to give me 2 card bases that I can make cards out of. So here's one. So let me just burnish my score line there. And then I'm going to put my Pretty Peacock piece onto there. So let me just take my glue. I'm just going to glue that right onto there. So I've just got that centered right on the card base. And I'm going to pop my floral up on some dimensionals. And again, you know, I'm not stingy with my dimensionals. I don't like it when you mail a card and the focal point of it has all like sagged and bent and looks yucky. So, you know, again, they're not expensive. Just use as many as you like. I know I tend to go a little bit overboard with them, but hey, it's what makes you happy. Dimensionals make me happy. All right, so I'm going to line that up just about maybe 1/8 of an inch in. And just look at how pretty that is sitting above the cardstock. Isn't that pretty? So cute. And then this is going to go here. And I'm going to pop this up actually on dimensionals as well. So that's one little quick alternative. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this right up in here. Oh, that's so beautiful. What will we put on there? Let me see. I actually don't think I'm going to put any gold twine on there. I am going to put on a couple of these sequin things. And I was debating whether to put some Wink of Stella on some of the florals, and I might actually do that. There. Oh, I love that. Isn't that pretty? And then again, you could stamp, you know, as another sentiment from a different stamp set that would go really pretty with this. Something, it's kind of romantic, these flowers. Let me grab a Wink of Stella. And I'm just going to just do a few little swipes. I'm not even going to really do a lot. Just a few little swipes to give it some dimension. So I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there. Isn't that pretty? So just a little bit. I don't really want to make it really like glittery or anything, but I just felt it needed a little bit of something else. And I think that's plenty. Let's see if I can get that to shine again. Yeah, you can sort of see it there. I just love that. I think that's subtle and really, really, really pretty. So there is one alternative. So we've used that. I'm going to cut one of the petal pink cards again at 4 by 5 1/4. Five and a quarter. And I'm going to grab a card base in Pretty Peacock, maybe. Let me just see what the colors are again. Maybe I'll do Garden Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Moody Mauve, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Wild Wheat. Huh. I wonder what Wild Wheat would look like. Not with this, but no, I'm going to get Garden Green, I think. Let me grab a Garden Green. All right, so I have a card base in Garden Green. Which wasn't scored very straight. There, okay. And do I love this? Not sure. Let me see. Okay, so my video yesterday got interrupted. So let's continue with this card that we started as one of our alternatives. So I thought what I would do is I've got a Garden Green card base here, and we trimmed down one of the Petal Pink card bases to be a card front, and I've got that at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I thought what I would do is trim this down to 3 3/4 by 5, and then I'm going to cut it up. So let's trim it down to 3 3/4. So what size is it now? It is just over 5. So let's say 5. So 3 3/4 by 5. So part of it's already pretty well at the size that I need, but I'm just going to take a little sliver off the one side here to make it a true 5. And I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off the top and bottom to make it 3 3/4. No, you know what? I actually need it smaller than that. I need it to be let's try it. 3 3/4 by 5. So there's 3 3/4. But if I want to have a little gap in between my pieces, I'm going to have to make it smaller. So 3 3/4 high is going to be fine, but I think I need to have it 4 3/4 so that I can put a gap in it. So it's 5 right now. So let's chop this into a 1.5 inch piece. Yeah, let's try one. No, let's try, yeah, 1.5. No, I'm going to do 1 1/4. So 1 1/4 and 1 1/4. No, and this one I'm going to do 1 3/4. And no, 1.5, I think. Okay, and then this one is going to be 2 1/4. All right, let's try that. I may have to take some off of the 2 1/4 piece. So let's just see what we have. So if I put this one here and this one here, and yeah, so I'm going to have to trim some off the end here. So I need to trim off about I'll start with a 1/4 of an inch and we'll see. So let me start with a 1/4 of an inch. That may work actually. So let's have a look. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. So let's measure these and just see what we have. So this one is 1 inch. No, it's 1 1/4. So 1 1/4. The middle piece is 1 1/2. And then this piece is 2. And I think that looks pretty good. There, that looks pretty good. And then let's see, which sentiment will we use? Let's try this one. I don't mind that one, but I think it needs a little something. So maybe I will take a piece of the pretty peacock that we cut off of here. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, so why don't we do that? We'll take, I'm going to glue this on here like this. And then trim away whatever I don't want. So let's glue that onto there. Okay, so I've got this. So what I'm going to do is pop this in my trimmer. And what I'm doing is I'm using this track where the blade goes. I'm going to use that as my measurement. So I've got the inner right track against the edge of the white label. And I'm going to use that as my guide, to make sure I'm straight, and to give me just like a hair of the pretty peacock. And hopefully it'll be, oh yeah, perfect. See that? Beauty. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but I'm going to use the left edge of my track on the inside of the track as my guide. So I've got the edge of the white right against the inside left track. And that's going to give me 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So let's pop that onto here. So first thing I'm going to do, I think, is glue these down. So let's put the petal pink onto the garden green. And I've just centered it right on the front of the card base. And then these are the order that these were in. So I'm going to take my 1-inch piece. No, is that one? 1 1/4 inch piece. And I'm just going to place that right there. And then this is my 1.5 inch, I think. Yep. 1.5 inch piece. Oops. Oh, let me put this light on. I've got a shadow. There we are. And pop this like this. Now I want to make sure that I have this facing the right way, which I do. And I think what I should have done was maybe put the outside one on first. We'll see. Maybe I should just pop this down and make sure that if I have to adjust the middle one that I do it before the glue dries. There, no, we're pretty good. All right, so then I'm going to put my bigger piece down. And this was exactly 2 inches. Okay, so pop that down. And then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals right across the middle. So here are my dimensionals. So we got Georgie back from the vet, and her blood work and everything is good. So the vet thinks that she may have either just choked up a hairball and it scratched her esophagus and made her throat bleed, or she may have ingested a piece of, like, it's not impossible to think that she ate a piece of twine or something down here. Or what she likes to do is, I often will buy the tomatoes on the vine, and she chews little bits of the vine off. So that could have scratched her throat as well. I don't know why she does that. I think she misses being outside with it being winter. I offer her to go outside, but she doesn't like the wind. Not that I blame her. So anyway, she's fine. And she didn't eat anything last night. And she was a little bit sort of lazy, but she's much better this morning. And she ate her breakfast and even played with the laser light a little bit. So she's perking up. All right, what did I do with my sequins? Here they are. All right, so I'm going to pop some sequins onto here because I think it still needs kind of something. And I almost think I should have put some gold twine behind. And you know what? I might just do that before this adhesive really, really sticks. So I'm just going to grab some gold twine here. Oh, I put a knot in it, which is great. Okay, here we go. So Doreen's still here. She's over on her table making her swaps for January. And we won't be seeing her for a while. She's having foot surgery next week. So wish her well, everyone. And but she'll be back as soon as she's able to drive. So there. Okay, so I've got my circular gold, and I'm just gonna stick it onto the dimensional so it stays put. There. Oh yeah, it needed that, I think. Right? It's not much, but it really helps. All right, so let's put some more little sequins on here. There. I really like this. It turned out well. And I think I'll put another one there. There. So that's another alternative. Isn't that cute? So just because it comes like in one piece, it doesn't mean you have to use it the way you got it, you know? Use your imagination and just tear things apart. Do it. It makes you happy. All right, so what can we do next? Let's see. So let's see what we have. Okay, so we have this one as an alternative. This was one of the originals. And this was an alternative that we just cut apart this piece. And then this was one of the originals from the kit. And this was also an original from the kit. And this is what we made using this piece. I guess it was this way. Okay. So that's what we have so far. Now we have this piece that I cut up. We should use this. So let's see, what do we have? I do have another basic white card base somewhere. So I really encourage you to check out the kit selection on the online store. They're part of the online exclusives, and there's many kits to choose from, whether you like something whimsical or florals, some with stamping, some without stamping. But each kit has everything that you need, including an ink spot if you need one, which is a little 1-inch, I don't have one handy, but it's a little 1-inch ink pad. And, you know, by the end of a year, like Paper Pumpkin has them, and the kits have them. And you also, like I showed in the first part of the video, you also get a block in each kit that has stamps. Well, you know what? Let me grab a kit that has stamps in it, and I'll just show you. So here's a kit that I have not done yet. This one is called Sentimental Rose. I can't wait to dig into this one. Look at how pretty. And it's got little treat boxes. And so the stamps come on a little thing like this. And here's your block. So as I said, it comes with everything that you need. So there's my Stampin' Block. Here's some twine, dimensionals, envelopes, labels, everything that you need. And then this is what a Stampin' Spot looks like. Now this one is gray granite, and they come in all different colors, like Fleur de Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, whatever coordinates with your kit. So yeah, check out the kits. Because there's lots to choose from, and you know, if you get addicted to kits, you'll end up with a whole bunch of colors of little Stampin' Spots. It's a great way to start building up your color selection. So the battery on my phone died, and but here are some of the cards that I made using different techniques to create some alternatives. I hope you enjoy them.